More arrests have been made on the second day of protests at a coal-fired power station in Nottinghamshire. 56 people were arrested following clashes yesterday between police and climate change activists who were trying to break into the Ratcliffe-on-Soar plant. Overnight, several hundred protesters camped by the site. The total cost of the policing operation is said to be more than £500,000, as Phil Brewster reports.
Fewer in number today, but still determined to make their presence felt. This morning, around 200 climate change protesters gathered in their makeshift camp by Ratcliffe-on-Soar power station to discuss their next move. Yesterday, there were dozens of arrests as police clashed with demonstrators trying to break into the plant. Several protesters did gain entry onto the site after bolt cutters and ropes were used to tear down the perimeter fence. One police officer taken to hospital with suspected head injuries has since been discharged. Today, as the activists cleared their camp, they were adamant the protest had been worthwhile.
It's estimated that climate change is currently responsible for about 300,000 deaths a year, and the police are here to defend that, and we're here to oppose that. So it's inevitable at times that we'll sort of come into conflict.
Everything's saying that we need to be doing something about climate change, and if our government's not going to do something about it, then the people will, and that's what we're doing.
Later, as protesters made their way back down to the main entrance of the plant, the mood was more akin to a carnival. There was one brief attempt to test the fences again, which resulted in one female protester being bitten by a police dog.
I was just on the fence trying to protect the people that was going up, and my buddy was stuck in by the police. So I had my hands up like that and trying to get round him, and they put the dog on me.
Well, we're now walking back up the A453. The protesters have blocked the road for about an hour now. They're being shepherded by police back to the Parkway railway station. Officers are making sure that none of the protesters try and make a break for it and get through some of the fences over there into Ratcliffe-upon-Soar power station.
Despite one or two further scuffles, the rest of the march passed off peacefully. Afterwards, police chiefs said they were happy with the way their officers had conducted themselves.
When we are faced with aggressive and violent people who are trying to rip down fences, then inevitably there will be injuries just because of the terrain and the nature of people running and so on.
The total cost of the policing operation this weekend has come to more than £500,000. But protesters say they'll keep coming back until coal burning at the plant is finished for good. Phil Brewster at Ratcliffe-on-Soar for Central News.